Hey everybody, Ryan here from Ryan Hockey Channel. Alright, I have the Carolina Hurricanes 2021-2022 season preview for you. Now, if you had not done so already, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Let me know what you think in the comments, and make sure to share the video as well. Alright, let's get started. Alright, this team had a lot of turnover this year, and I'm not sure all of it's for the best either. So, we'll get into that, but as of right now, this is the additions. Dylan Wells was added from Edmonton for future considerations. Frederik Andersen was signed as a free agent, 2 years, $4.5 million per. Antti Raanta was signed 2 years, $2 million per. Ian Cole, 1 year, $2.9 million. Josh Leivo, 1 year, $750,000. Tony DeAngelo, yes, that Tony DeAngelo, 1 year, $1 million. CJ Smith, 1 year, $750,000. Brendan Smith, 1 year, $800,000. Jalen Chatfield, 1 year, $750,000. Sam Miletich, 1 year, $750,000. This is a long list. Maxim Latunov, 1 year, $750,000. Alex Lyon, 1 year, $750,000. Stefan Nason, 1 year, $750,000. Josh Jacobs, 1 year, $750,000. A lot, 1 year, $750,000 contracts, by the way. Derek Stepan, 1 year, $1.35 million. Oh, I always have a hard time saying this one. Andrew Potoralski, 1 year, $750,000. Eric Jelena, 1 year, $750,000. Ethan Bear added from Edmonton for Warren Fogle. And Jesperi Kakaniemi, the one offer sheet of the season, 1 year, $600.1 million contract. Subtractions now. Cedric Paquette to Montreal, James Reimer, San Jose, Peter Mrazek to Toronto, Jonathan Bernier to New Jersey, Roland McEwen, to Colorado. I almost said 1 year, $750,000. Brock McGinn to Pittsburgh, Dougie Hamilton to New Jersey, Sheldon Rempal to Vancouver, Yanni Hakanpää to Dallas, Jake Bean was traded to Columbus for Chicago's 2021 second-round pick, Warren Fogle to Edmonton via trade, and Antoine Bibeau to Seattle. So there's a lot there. I mean, they lost both goalies, actually 3 goalies. They lost Cedric Paquette, a decent fourth liner. Brock McGinn, another fourth liner. Dougie Hamilton, their first defender, or the number 1 defender. Yanni Hakanpää, really good pickup at the trade deadline. Honestly, underrated defender. Not going to provide much offensively, but he's a good, solid body defender. Jake Bean, I was really surprised they traded him, considering they lost in the defensive area. But they traded him. Warren Fogle, a forward as well. So, I mean, they had a lot of losses this year. They re-signed Andrei Svechnikov, 8 years, $7.75 million per. So there's that. Their cap currently sits at $83 million above the cap line. Of course, below the 10% amount they're allowed in the offseason. So current projected cap space, $0. They're going to have to cut some in the training camp here. Alright, forward-wise, like I said, they got Jesperi Kakaniemi in the offer sheet. He's an RFA after this year. I'm not sure they truly expected to get him or not. I mean, I think the $20 signing bonus was pretty damn funny. You guys signed Sebastian Aho, our number 20, to an offer sheet. We're going to say screw you and to Montreal, and they succeeded. I mean, they got Kakaniemi. He's not a terrible prospect at the beginning by any stretch of imagination. Is he worth $6.1 million? That's debatable. I'm not sure he's there yet, but who knows? Playing with some of the guys on this team, maybe he gets to that point. You also have Nino Niederreiter, Vincent Trocheck, Derek Stepan, and Josh Leivo are UFAs after this season. You have Martin Necas and Steven Lorenz are RFAs. So they have some money they're going to have to spend in the offseason. I mean, will they keep Niederreiter? We'll see. Trocheck, I think they would keep. Stepan, we'll see how this season goes. Leivo, same thing. Necas, of course, they're going to re-sign him and he's going to get big money, so we'll see. On the defensive side, they have Ian Cole and Brendan Smith as UFAs after this season. Ethan Bear and Tony DeAngelo are RFAs. And of course, you see their defensive list. It's not a terrible list by any stretch. Is it as good as last year without Hamilton? I don't know. I really don't know. I can't see anybody here that can provide the offense other than maybe DeAngelo. But at the same time, is DeAngelo going to screw up another situation? we'll see. Still, they got a lot of crud for signing D'Angelo in this offseason. They really did. And still kind of surprising he got signed. But I can see the $1 million 1 year. What's there to lose? Jake Gardner is out for the season, basically. So I think they said he's eligible to return in March, which is basically the end of the season. So that $4.05 million is going to go on the long-term injury reserve, which should help them be under the cap space at that point, if that was not already incorporated in their numbers before. Goalie-wise, Frederik Andersen and Antti Raanta. I think Anderson gets a lot of crap because it was Toronto. Anytime the team does bad, it was always Frederik Andersen's fault. I don't think he's a terrible goalie. I think he is not a... He's a good regular season goalie. I don't think he's a good playoff goalie. Even when he was with Anaheim, he had good games in the playoffs, but he had some god-awful games too. But his regular season was top-notch. So, and Antti Raanta, I'm not trying to make fun of him here, but he'll play a game and get hurt, is my guess. That's usually what happens the last couple of years. Alright, forward-wise, they do have some talent that are coming up, like Seth Jarvis. That was not a terrible one at all. Ryan Suzuki as well. I mean, I don't know if any of these guys are going to make the team. Once again, this is all from Cap Friendly, and you can't guarantee these guys are going to make the team, but there's a possibility that some of them could. So, let's see. They have David Cotton. Never heard of him. Stelio. That just makes me think of Stelio Cantos. If you don't have that song in your head right now, you don't watch American Dad. Oh, that is a great song. Alright, Stelio Matthews. Maxime Letunov, Spencer Smallman, and Sam Milicic are all RFAs at their season. Wait, did I say that? Yeah. Nason Potoralski and CJ Smith are all UFAs. On the defensive side, yeah, they have Joey Keane, Jesper Selgren, Josh Jacobs, Maxime, oh god, I can't say his name ever, Loy, I think is how it's said. I could be incorrect. I don't ever see his name really said. Jalen Chatfield are all RFAs, and Eric Jelena is a UFA. On the goalie side, they did sign Alex Lyon, so he's probably going to get some games, is my guess, when Raanta goes down with injury, which I could be wrong, but Raanta just has a history of just not lasting long before injury. But Alex Lyon is our UFA after this year, and Beck Warm, yes, that is a name, is an RFA after this season. Beck Warm, that's a great name. I kind of hope he plays. So this is their 2021 draft. With all the moves they made, they had a lot of draft picks this last year. I mean, you can go through this list. Their top pick was number 40, so they had no first overall, or not first overall. They obviously didn't have first overall. They made the playoffs. They did not have a first round pick. So they had 3 second round picks was their top picks. Scott Morrow, number 40. Alexei Haimosalmi is number 44, and number 51. Ville Koivunen are all their first, or their earliest picks. Alright, their 2022 draft, they have no first round pick this year. They have their second. They have Chicago's third, not their own fourth, their own fifth, their own sixth, and Anaheim's sixth. They have their own seventh, and Columbus's seventh. Then they have all their picks for 2023 and 2024. Alright, lineup-wise, once again, this is not the guaranteed lineup. It could change, so don't be surprised if it does. But this is just what Cap Friendly had on theirs. Svechnikov, Aho, and Teravainen on the first line. Okay. Niederreiter, Trocheck, and Nachas on the second. Okay. Good lineups. I can see Niederreiter and Kakanyemi being switched. I can see that. But honestly, Niederreiter was one of their top, if not their top. No, their second top goal. Or their second highest goal scorer. So I can see him being second line. You have Kakanyemi, Stahl, and Fost on the third line. Then you have Martinuk, Stepan, and Levo on the fourth line. Sorry, that previous one was the third line. Alright, on defense, you have Slavin and Pesci. You have Shea and Bear, Cole and D'Angelo on the third pair. We'll see how that we'll see how that Cole D'Angelo line goes. We'll just see how D'Angelo goes in general. Frederik Andersen onto Ranta are the goalies. Like I said, Ranta, he played 12 games last year. Not great numbers on a actually surprisingly good defensive team last year for Arizona. Andersen, not great numbers on a surprisingly terrible defensively Toronto team. Scratches, you have Steven Lorentz, Stefan Nason, and Brendan Smith. So, Brendan Smith, decent defender to be as your extra. I can also see him and Ian Cole switching out, or him and D'Angelo switching out. On the injured reserve, like I said, Jake Gardiner, he's out for the season, basically, and not that they're really going to miss him. He was not playing that great for them anyways. Alright, on the loan list, you can see that. I mean, those guys probably won't be playing, but at least not this year for sure, but they could in the future. Reserve list, on the minors list, you got a bunch of guys like CJ Smith played a game last year. Jalen Chatfield played. I don't think he was. I think that was with someone else not there. Joey Keane played last year, and Alex Lyon played some games last year too with Philly. So they don't have many guys on that minors list that have actually played games. I mean, Poltoralski has played in the past. Ryan Suzuki, I think he'll do fine if he ends up playing. I don't see him doing terrible. Jack Drury's down there, but I believe, is he? I know he's signed, so he could be playing. Sorry, I just moved that. I don't know why I moved that. Maxime Latunov has played for San Jose previously. So, I mean, Eric Jelna has played as well, so has Lahoy. So, they have guys who have played. We'll see if they play or not, but with injuries, they could. On the prospect list, Seth Jarvis, definitely their top prospect. Noel Gunler, not a slouch either. Defensively, they already have Jaimo Salmi already signed. I doubt he'll play this year. I really doubt that. But keep an eye out for him. Alright, top prospects. Seth Jarvis is your top prospect on this team. 27 points in 24 WHL games. 11 points in 9 AHL games last year. Yeah, he probably may get a chance this year. He may get that little 9-10 game. Let's see what he can do type of thing. Suzuki had 10 points in 26 AHL games. It was his first year in the AHL. I think he'll get another year in the AHL and see what he does, but I think he may do better this year. Jack Drury, 30 points in 41 AHL games. Their third overall prospect. Fourth is Dominic Bach, right winger, 18 points in 29 AHL games. So far, only Jarvis has really wowed with the AHL numbers. Drury, not terrible. But some of these guys have not wowed thus far. Jamison Reese, center winger, 14 points in 29 AHL games. The offensive output, not the greatest there once again. Now, the others mentioned as top prospects. I saw Tuukka Tiksola, Scott Morrow, Peter Kachikov, Ville Koivunen, and Antoni Honka. So those are extra ones that you can keep an eye out for. I don't know. I doubt this year, but in the future, keep an eye out for these ones. This is their outlook. Now, with the additions they made and the subtractions they had, I don't know if that made them a better team, necessarily. I don't think it made them a terrible team, but I think it knocked them down to a more middle-range team versus where they were last year. Now, could I be wrong? Of course I could. It's just a guess. I'm just going off of what I'm seeing. I mean, they could have guys who overperform. The goalie is the big thing for me. They got rid of all three of the main goalies last year. They added 2 new ones. We'll see how they transition. Defensively, we'll see how that all transitions. We'll see the D'Angelo attempt. We'll see how that goes. Forward-wise, I mean, they have a solid forward group. I mean, as long as they can all stay healthy, they should still be a good team. Now, will they translate to the playoffs? They have yet to do so, and I don't think that's going to change this year, honestly, either. I think they'll finish middle to top of their division. I mean, I'm just saying that because, like I said, they could end up being a really good regular season team, but I don't think I can count on them in the playoffs to do a whole lot. We'll see, but That's just where I'm putting them as of now. Once again, thank you for watching. If you have not done so already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell to be notified when I drop a new video. And other than that, make sure to hit that, or not hit a button, I'm sorry, I already said that. Make sure to, oh no, actually hit the share button so you can share the video. Sorry, that's another one. And then also let me know in the comments what you think. If you agree, disagree, if you think that they're going to be better, that's fine. Let me know in the comments, just keep it civil. Alright. Other than that, that's all I got for you for the Carolina Hurricanes 2021-2022 season preview. I will see you all next video. Bye, everybody.